The following is a special presentation of Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims, alternating the reality of sports and entertainment since 2020. Hello there, everybody. Welcome to another installment of OOTP 22 Perfect Team. Big Pauly coming to you. Today is March 13, 2022. I apologize if you are hearing lawn mowing equipment very faintly behind me. It would rained cats and dogs here most of the day yesterday, so the lawn people come and they work usually Saturdays. They couldn't get to it yesterday, so they're doing it today. And it's 49 degrees here in Seminole, Florida this March 13th morning, as probably the last cold front of the year has come through. But you didn't come here to know all of that. 5,280 points in the Perfect Point Bank. I missed logging on yesterday, so I'm back to square one on that front. We're in Bronze League 389, day 187. During the course of the week, I picked up a perfect player by the name of Josh Gibson. Some of you have probably heard of Josh, played in the Negro Leagues, a legendary slugger, but due to dying at an early age, never made the major leagues when the color barrier was broken. Josh Gibson is now one of my catchers. Big Josh. So right now we're 101 and 61, and we're a wild card in this bronze league. 1 week I'm doing well, 1 week I'm not, depending on whether or not I'm in bronze and silver. But I made the playoffs this week. Of course, I'm burying the lead, telling you all I have told you on this episode because, of course, the lockout is now over and they will be playing baseball on April 7th, a full 162 game season. So hopefully it'll be over with by the bowl season and the holidays because it's going to be a very long season. We'll have a 12-team playoff this year, 2 out of 3 in the first round, and then it's going to be, I guess it's going to be 3 out of 5 in the quarterfinals, 4 out of 7 for the league titles and the World Series, as is always the case. So let's do our transactions for today. 101 and 61. So I made the playoffs as a wild card. So I better get to it. 5,280 points. So we'll pick up 5 bronze packs, as I always like to do. I bought Josh Gibson. I didn't get it through a bronze pack. I had a boatload of points for one reason or another that I can't remember at the moment. And I picked up Josh Gibson. I had like 40,000 points, so I just splurged and got a perfect player. I want to try to get some more perfect players on the team. Try to build the team up that way. Here's our first pack, and that's a Carlos Correa. He wouldn't even make the team. He's an 85. He wouldn't even make the team. OOTP, by the way, I did a little more digging. I was hoping there would be some sort of announcement about when OOTP 23 will come to pass. Doesn't look like it's going to be anytime soon. I was reading a post by Marcus Heinzen saying they're changing their infrastructure and it's probably going to be April or May before we see OOTP 23. They haven't even put out mailers as to when it'll be available yet, so be patient, everybody. And if you're like me and you do video channels, which Big Pauly World of Sports Sim, Big Pauly's World of Sports Sim channel is what you're watching this on. There are other games to play, and I wish they would come out with a quick start for 2022 just to keep us pacified until the game comes out. And here we go, and this will be the last pack to open. And I'm going to do a shameless plug when we are done with our transactions. And if you saw my videos yesterday, you know what I am about to speak of. I am in the podcasting business now. So let's first look at collection missions and see if anything has changed. Ellie is right next to me, my cat. Ellie's a little spooked because of the lawn mowing equipment. Kind of like when I used to have Harry. God bless him. And yep, no new missions accomplished, so we will go to the card management section. And if you froze on that last frame, yeah, there's Josh. Josh is right up here, number 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Otani doesn't even make the main club. Ozzie Smith, Smokey Joe Wood, Brandon Woodruff, Cy Young, Three Finger Brown, and Jose Canseco. So we'll look to cards not in missions, and we have a few we could go through. Now, Josh Satin, his last 10 sales card was like over 100,000, if you could believe that, because I guess he was worth a mission or something like that. So I've been trying to sell him just based on the average at a very obscene price, but not to be. Right now he's at 139. He was a first baseman for the Mets in 2013. Josh Satin. Was he smooth as satin? Well, he must not have been, because he did. He's not somebody we talk about in baseball in modern times. So Satin at 139. So I'm going to try to sell him at 126. And 13.9 will go 153. And we'll just keep putting them up there until somebody grabs that action. And then we go to Fred Lewis of the 2009 San Francisco Giants. $990 is what he's been selling at for so I'm just going to go 900, 1100. Not going to sell him for 25, because why on earth would you if he's going at that high a price? So Fred Lewis goes. We still have the curious case of Will Craig, who plays for the Kaiwoon Heroes. I guess, like I said, I guess that's KBO. Al Kloster. So they'll be starting spring training next week, and we'll have Major League Baseball on April 7th, a week after it was supposed to have started. So Al Kloster, another iron player, selling for a ridiculously high price. So I'll go 700, 850 on him, and we'll just keep putting them up until his price returns to normal. Ken Wood, who's a 16. So on him I would go 10. And at 16, 18 would be the sales price on him. And I'll sell him at 5 if that's not a lot to lose. And finally we have Celerino Sanchez. He's a 13. So I would go 10. 14.3 would be 14 on him. So that completes our episode. I think this is episode 42, but don't quote me on that. And let me talk a little bit about something that will be dropping on Thursday, the 17th of March. I'm very excited to offer this to the listening public. Pauly Talks Wrestling. It is the first podcast I have ever done. I've been listening to podcasts so long, I thought I would try my hand at it, Buzzsprout makes it very affordable, so I don't have to do much to make a profit off of this. And Pauly Talks Wrestling is going to talk about how I got started watching wrestling and how I am still currently a fan at 50 years old, and how at different times in my life I stopped watching wrestling, but wrestling always seems to find me. And we'll talk past and present. We'll have guests on eventually. I want to have a guest on and do a WrestleMania preview because that's coming up in a few weeks. So wherever a podcast app, whatever podcast app you use, Pauly Talks Wrestling's probably already on there. We're already on Apple Podcast. We're on iHeart. We're on Spotify. Buzzsprout makes it so easy to get in the podcasting game. And our first episode is going to drop Thursday, 6 p.m. United States Eastern Time, and then I'm going to do successive episodes on Friday and Saturday. I'm going to tape the second episode later tonight, and I'll do a Saturday episode during the week. And if you go on Patreon, patreon.com/Pauly Talks Wrestling, you could be a monthly member and get bonus episodes. And then if you don't even want the bonus episodes, and you don't want to be a member on Patreon, I'm going to set up something on payhip.com/Pauly Talks Wrestling, and I'll put the bonus episodes up there. But it'll cost you. No, I'm kidding. Pauly Talks Wrestling, available where fine podcasts are listed, as Ron Juckett often says on his Digital to Dice podcast and on his Retro Sports Network YouTube streams. Pauly Talks Wrestling coming to you the very first. We have a pilot episode up. I have a pilot episode up, and I did that yesterday just to get the podcast listed quicker. But episode 1 will be Thursday, 6 o'clock. Then in days ahead, we'll have episodes 2 and 3, and then every week after, a single episode, Saturdays at 6. One of the perks of getting the Patron membership is I will put the episodes up 24 hours in advance. So you could be an insider if you choose to be with the Pauly Talks Wrestling podcast. Anyway, let me get back to our screen here. We're all done for this week. We will be back next week. Until then, this is Big Pauly coming at you, wishing you well, along with my cat Ellie. Godspeed, God bless. We'll do it all again soon, and bye-bye for now, everybody. And before you go, here's a 15-second commercial. If you like the video you're watching, feel free to use the Amazon link provided. I'll put it in the description down below.